Liverpool versus everybody. How's everybody doing on this Thursday? Just coming with a kind of like a match review. I'll hold off on the West Ham build up until, I don't know, maybe the day of. Got home late, watched the game. I was up to about 3 o'clock watching the game. And first of all, let me just congratulate, kind of going off topic slightly, but then not really. Let me congratulate Joe Gomez getting a call up to England, the senior team. Great news, and it's good to see that his hard work, number one, his kind of flight to the first team of Liverpool. It's good to see that being recognized and in a way you can say rewarded. That's really good, well deserved. Dually, maybe not for Ox, but Ox is pulled out. So we got Gomez in, Ox is out of the England squad. Probably not the best for him. He hasn't shown so well in the last few weeks, and I think it's probably the best thing they pulled him out, in my opinion. But also it works out best for us because he'll get to stay at Anfield, or Melwood, I should say, with the training team. With the team training and getting a little bit more. I think he's getting there, but getting a little more kind of just getting the style under his belt, if you will. He'll be staying at Melwood with a lot of the other players that won't be playing internationally. So that's a good thing. Also, Sturridge against Huddersfield, he got his 100th goal for club, and he got his first for Liverpool Champions League. So great news, really good. Back to the game for the Maribor. I wrote some notes. There was so much to talk about. Back to Ox. I think Ox worked really hard. And some people you can't please, so I'm not concerned with the fans who think he's awful and it's a waste of money and what's the point and why should he start. I think Ox is, like I said a few minutes ago, he's getting there, and that's good to see. Working hard. You can see what it means to him. He missed a pass across, I think late in that second half, and his reaction after that just showed that he wants to get there, and it's bothering him that he can't. Or not that he can't, but he hasn't yet for whatever reason. I think Ox has it all in him to do, and so just got to be patient with him and hope he gets it. We're just so unlucky, man, a lot of times, in more ways than one. I feel like we're dropping players, or we're getting injuries like every other game, it feels like now. Every 2 games we're missing somebody, and it's key people. Just Coutinho the other day, and then Genie, that doesn't look really bad. Doesn't look that bad when it happened. The fact that he came off, it obviously was bad, and apparently, according to Klopp, it had swelled up a little bit. So that's not great. That's not great. But we keep on trucking. The game was a lot. It was really like it felt like a cross fest. We had a bunch of crosses. Really couldn't capitalize on any of them. At least not in the first half. But we kept fighting at it, and it seemed like a carbon copy. It was a mirror of the Huddersfield game. Struggled in the first half. Had some chances, just didn't put it away. In the second half, we came on, got some goals. So it's good. It's good. I was interested in the Maribor. I think it was a right back, French guy, Billong, I think his name was. I don't know. He was really good. They didn't get a lot on that side. They did get a cross, I think, from Alberto, but he was really good. What you saw on the other side, when Firmino was doing one-on-ones with some of the defenders, he just made them look like children. It was ridiculous. So I thought he was good. Probably their best player. But that's football, exactly. In the second half, we played much, and we're not the finished article. We still got a lot of things to do. I keep saying that, I'll keep saying it. But the moment with Milner and Chang was really nice. And you like that. And it's good to see Chang get a goal. There's still people doubting him, saying that he's not playing up to his potential. I don't get that. Again, to each his own, your opinion, but I don't see that. And I think Emery Chang won't really be appreciated. I said this in somebody else's comment, until he's gone. That's when I think he'll be appreciated. So it's what it is. Good to see him get a goal. The starts need to be a little bit faster. I feel like we don't really start pressing until we get that goal. We'll play a lot of teams like that, so get used to that. That's like how Huddersfield set up in Maribor. A lot of teams are going to set up that way against us because they feel like that's a way to frustrate us. And in the past, it's done that. So big up to the team, big up to the manager and the coaching staff for keeping the team you know, confident, not overly frustrated, and just keep going at it, because that's what happens with those teams. And once you unlock the door, it stays open. Once you unlock the door, the teams have to fight back to get a goal, and so they're gonna play a little more open. And you saw that with the Maribor team. So penalties. Listen, it's a one-off thing. It's if the keeper guesses the right way, you don't get the goal. You know, I don't think a lot of people were saying Milner's penalty was necessarily better than Mo Salah's. Mo Salah's was awful. I don't know how much better Milner's was. They both were stopped. Is it a crisis situation? I don't know. I don't know. You know, if we get to the final of the Champions League or any kind of competition that goes to penalties, it could come back to bite us. If we get a chance in the game and the only chance is the penalty and we miss it, of course it comes back to bite us. Is it a big deal in the grand scheme of things? I don't think so. We'll see. But there's some weird things going on at the game last night. Like random balls were just ending up on the field. It was just weird. It happened at least twice. And also the atmosphere again. And those of you proper supporters who, you know, call me and other supporters who aren't from Liverpool plastics and, you know, glory hunters, as if there's some glory to hunt recently. You don't have to be there to know the atmosphere is bad. So I don't want to hear that. I'm not buying that. The atmosphere is poor. There's people in the comment section who were there who's agreeing with me. So I'm not crazy. If I'm watching on the game, yes, I'm not there. I'm not taking in the atmosphere in that way. But I can tell the atmosphere is poor, and it is. You know, Maribor's fans were loud and proud, and all I heard was, "We are Maribor." Very simple chant, but that's all you heard. That's the only thing I remember hearing besides that, and maybe some random coaches yelling to their players, and the whistle to start the game, the whistle at halftime, the whistle to end the game, and the whistle for the calls. Maribor was playing a bit nasty there at time with some of their challenges. I thought it was a little over the top, but you know, I want to give a shout out to Karius real quick. He didn't have a lot to do, but the one shot he did have to block, he did it, and he did it with confidence. And again, a clean sheet when he's in goal. Again, they've been playing against competition, I think, since he's been there, that hasn't been the greatest. But lately, when we've been getting clean sheets outside of the league, of course, he's been in goal, obviously. So not much to that, I guess. But yeah, Salah worked his behind off. I mean, I just love how he's just so relentless, man, especially when losing the ball. And just a great signing for us. Really, really great signing. You almost feel every game, if there was a score prediction of who would score first to score it all, it would be Salah. I mean, he's just been really, really money for us. And glad we got him. Hope we can just keep him safe, man. Knock on wood that he didn't get any injuries. But yeah, proud of him. Worked really, really hard. I mean, it was outstanding. Outstanding. But yeah, I think that's about it. Just really happy that we got the win. Again, I'll keep saying this, keep it in perspective. It's Maribor. We got some better competition coming up. Even West Ham, and I'll get into that. West Ham is definitely not. They're definitely underperforming in my opinion. They've got a decent squad. Some really, really good players. I'm not sure what the issue is there. Maybe it's the managing. Maybe he's lost the locker room. I don't know. But we'll talk about that more between now and Saturday. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your Thursday, guys. Game's almost here. It always seems like during the week it's forever till the game comes. But it's almost here. Big weekend. A lot of teams at the top playing against each other. So again, we got to handle our business. We got to do that anyway. But you know, let's take advantage of maybe some results we might see this weekend. But yeah, see you soon.